Tahniah. Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi Mencuba Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif Ididik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Okay, good evening, hello, and all wonderful students. Okay, and especially Muet candidates. Am I pleasing?
Yeah.
I'm pleasing. So continue.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's okay. I think your line is lagging, Madam Aisha.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, okay, let me start. A very good evening to Madam Aisha and dear students who are really here to watch, to listen to Madam Vina's lesson, which is listening today. How are you, all of you? You can write in the chat section. We can read. Okay, so far I can see Eng Chiaying, Izatul, Cikgu Hana, hi, Lee Simon, Pranip. Okay, how are you, all of you? Thank you for being here with us. Okay, all right. Okay, so you can share the link with your friends and ask them to join. You can get the e-certificate as well. E-certificate is only for your live session. Okay, all right. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about listening strategies, and also we have a few practices. Okay, so I think all of you, I am Medmina from SMK Rebut Great Perak. Okay, all right. So listening. So I think you know the code of the listening paper, which is 800-1. Okay, all right. Okay, the contents of the lesson today, I will talk about part of the listening questions. Okay, because if I start off with the questions, you might be wondering, maybe the lower 6 students. So I just want to talk about parts and the types of the question in listening paper, and tips and tricks for the types of the questions. Okay, we got to know the types of the questions first, then we should know how to answer the questions. Am I right? If it is right, please say yes, teacher. Okay. Or yes, Madam Vina. Okay, you can just write there. All right. Okay, then discussion. Yeah, I have some questions and we discuss together. Okay, all right. Okay, so parts of the listening questions. Okay, parts of the listening questions, we have 5 parts for our Muet listening paper. Okay, the first part is a dialogue. Second part is, part 2 is a monologue. Part 3, 3 monologues by 3 separate speakers. And part 4 is a dialogue. And the last part, part 5, we have 3 short dialogues. Okay, so you should know what are the contents. Okay, what are the parts in the listening paper. Okay, all right. Types of questions in listening. Okay, so you should know that we have 2 types of questions in listening, Muet listening paper. Okay, multiple choice. Okay, MCQ questions, which you have options for you to choose, and multiple matching. We have multiple matching questions as well. Okay, only 2 types. We have 2 types, You should know that. Okay. All right. So am I fast? You can write there. I can read here as well. Madam Aisha is still trying to come in. Pity her. Her line is lagging. It's okay. I will just continue first. No problem at all. Only thing is she has to give you the code for you, right? For you later on for you to, to type your codes for your e-certificate. But I think later on she will give you all together. Don't worry. Okay. And teacher, Madam Aisha. Yeah, teacher Aisha. Chia is here. Teacher Chia. Oh, she is also missing. Okay, I think the line is bad. Hopefully I can bear with you until 6 p.m. Okay. All right. So any questions so far? Okay, Pranif. Okay, good, Lee Simon. Yes, Madam Vina. Good. Okay. Okay, tips and tricks for the types of the questions. Okay, I told you we have two types, isn't it? Okay, first is multiple choice questions, and the second part is matching. Okay, multiple matching. Okay, so for the multiple choice questions, okay, uh, you will hear all the options actually. All the options, I mean, if you have three, A, B, C, you will hear all the options actually, that are given to you in the question. So you would have to listen to the audio and interpret the answer. Okay, listen carefully, okay, to the audio and interpret the answers. Okay, because you have A, B, C. This is Muet, so they will give you all the options. Okay, A, B, C. You will listen to all the options given. Okay, so interpret the answers from what is asked in the question. Okay, you just interpret only. Okay, from what is asked in the question. Okay, all right. So sometimes the answer options might be of the same kind to confuse you. You feel that B and C are the same answers, but you only have one choice. Okay, you only choose only one option. Am I right? Okay, you can just respond in the chat section. Hi, Teacher Chia.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, she's okay. I can listen to Madam Vina. I can control the stream yet. Only that I am freezing. Okay, Madam Aisha, no problem at all. I have the I have Teacher Chia here. She's here. So
Hi.
don't worry. Okay. All right. So dear students, you can just type in the chat session. No problem. If you have any questions, you can just ask. Okay, if Madam Vina asks you, okay, are you okay? Do you understand? You just say yes, Madam. Okay, at least I know I can read here. Okay, all right. So for this, you have to read the question, yes, and choose the correct answer. So before that, for this, what you have to do, once you get the paper, once they start with the first round, I mean part one, all the parts you will have time to read, isn't it? So what you have to do is please underline or highlight. So because the option might be confusing, isn't it? So what you have to do is please underline and highlight. You can highlight. I think highlight is better. Okay, highlight. You can bring your different types of colors of highlighters. No problem at all because you will take back the question paper. Okay, because you only will send your OMR form, isn't it? Multiple question, right? So no problem at all. Okay. All right. So next, the words. Okay, the words used in the question might not be the exact words. You should understand, exact words that you hear in the audio recording. That is normal. Okay, if they give you the exact answer, the question will be very easy. Am I right? So you would have to pay attention to synonyms and how the words are paraphrased. Okay, pay attention to the synonyms and how the words are paraphrased. Okay, that is why you have to read a lot. Even for listening, you have to read a lot, and you should know many types of words. Okay, all right, not only for reading or writing. Okay, so or speaking. So listening itself, you have to read a lot. Okay, that's English, right? Okay. And there would be a
Excuse
lot.
me, excuse me, Madam Vina, allow me
Yeah.
to read the first digit.
Okay, no problem. Carry on.
All right, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, students, my test taker, let me announce the first digit. Okay, first code, yeah, not first digit. First code A18. I repeat, A18. A18.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Then
All right,
please jot
all
down
right.
aside, dear students. Oh, Lee Simon, happy Pai Ting Kong. Pai Ting Kong, it's a celebration, is it?
Yeah,
THH,
celebration.
oh,
Yeah,
today.
celebration.
Is that today? Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
to wish happy Chinese New Year, Kong Zi Fa Chai, Lee Simon, and all the Chinese students and teacher Chia. I
yeah,
forgot.
thank you very much.
Oh, so you
Thank
are
you very
celebrating
much.
today, right?
Tonight they're going to have a
Tonight.
big
Oh,
feast. They're
oh,
going
big
to
feast,
pray.
Okay, later you send me the pictures, like that day.
Lee Simon send.
Midnight, 12 a.m. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Good. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me continue. Okay. So, okay, the fourth point. Okay. All right. Yeah. There would be a lot of distractors in the audio recording. Okay. What are the distractors? Okay. There would be a lot of the same kind of information. That's the distractors. Okay, same kind of information. Sometimes the speaker might give us any information, and then change it, which might be the correct answer. So you have to listen carefully. That's it. Very simple. Okay, so do not rush. Do not rush. Once you get, I always tell my students, when you listen to the audio, once you listen, if you get the correct answer immediately, I will tell them that is your wrong answer. I always tell them that. So I will tell them, so listen carefully, listen first. Do not rush. Okay, and write down the answer as soon as you hear it. Then, because they will play twice, isn't it? So never mind, just write first and tick. If you get, never mind, just tick first. Or so the second part, I mean the secondly, you can listen once again, do not rush, and choose the correct answer. Okay, all right. So even it is MCQ questions, these tricks. So what are the things that you should know? It is pretty simple, but the thing is you have to follow. Okay, you have to follow. Okay, so this is the first type. Okay, and what to say, the tricks. And the second type is multiple matching. I think we have a few questions, part 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken, part 3. So multiple matching, look at the statements. You have to look at the statement and listen keenly to the kind of information that has been provided as options. You will have the options later. I show you the paper, I mean the example. Okay, for example, if the options are like factors, benefits, dissatisfactions. Okay, listen keenly to all the items in the audio. Okay, listen carefully to all these parts, because they will give you factors, benefits, okay, something like that. Okay, by the side, write down all the information. Okay, you will get the paper, isn't it? So you can just write down all the information linked to that particular option. Okay, it would make easier for you. Okay, pretty easy for you to find the answer. Okay, please write. It's your paper. You pay for the paper. Don't worry. Okay, and you can take back. Okay, all right. So these are the two types of questions. I mean, uh, types of question in listening, and the tips and tricks for that. Okay, all right. That is from me. Okay, listening practice. Any question before we start with the listening practice? Any question? Okay, so far no question.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I have to show the is that clear? Teacher Chia, is that clear?
Can.
This is
Can.
part 1. I don't want to separate the question. It is difficult for them to look at the options. So what I did,
Mhm.
all the parts I put in one slide, so that they can see. Okay, Pranif, yes. Madam, anything? All good. Understand, madam. Oh, okay. All right, all good. So you can see, it is clear, right?
Yes, clear. They
Okay,
zoom in
honey.
full screen, no problem.
Okay, no question, madam. Oh, okay. I thought honey couldn't see the question, so I mean
Can, with the
she
number,
doesn't
don't
have any
worry.
question. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, before start with the audio, listen carefully. I told you, isn't it? What I said. I said, please underline or you can write anything. But now because we are live, isn't it? So you cannot underline. But if you get the paper, once they start playing, they will give you time. So during that time, please underline all the keyword. Okay. For example, here Zul, Amy. Never mind. Underline these two names. Okay, Matt, Ed. Okay, not only the question, you also got to it's up to you, like university, school, university, shopping mall. You have to listen because you will hear all these three options in your CD. Okay, so you have to think as well because this is only one word. So if you want, can. If you don't, never mind. But if it is in a phrase or in a sentence, you have to look for your keyword. Okay, for example, main reason, underline. Auntie Sally, underline, because you also have Zul and Emmy. So but you have to listen to Auntie Sally only for this fourth question, right? And you have also have to key underline, okay, to see Emmy, to visit her family, for work purposes. So because you have to remember all these phrases, sentences when you listen, Okay, so highlight or underline. Okay, this is an example only. Okay, you can see the seventh question. Seventh question in a type of it's a map. Okay, not only map. Sometimes you will get some diagram. Okay, there are many types. Okay, so it's easy. Question number 7. Okay, all right. Okay, let's start with the audio for this. Are you ready, dear student? Pranif, I think I'm good at listening test. Okay, good. Hope I can. All right. Okay, so are you ready? If I say yes, okay, I can start. Because you have to be prepared before start with this listening audio. Okay,
Okay,
maybe. Okay, let's start.
let them go through.
Part
Highlight
1.
the keyword.
Listen to a conversation between Zol and his friend.
Can hear, Teacher Chia?
As you
Can,
listen,
can.
choose the correct answer for questions 1 to 7. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions.
Ha. 30 seconds to look at the question. So during this time, you have to underline. Now you have to look at the paper. Maybe you can write down.
Yeah. Look at the keyword.
Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Hi, Amy. What a surprise to see you here.
Oh, hi, Zul. I'm shopping to enter university next week. I'm waiting for my mom. She's at the food section now.
Congratulations, Amy. I heard that you received an offer to study at University of Malaya. Is that right?
Yes, I'll be studying law there.
Tell me, why did you choose law?
You know, ever since my school days, I have always liked English. I love reading books, especially books about law. I enjoy reading how the lawyers argue their cases in court. Also, I never miss any TV shows about the law, such as Law and Order and Suits.
Now I understand why you don't like maths and science.
Oh, yes, you know me well. I'm not like you. I really don't like numbers.
So you want to be a lawyer because of the books you have read?
Not really. You know my Auntie Sally, the one I always talk about? She is my hero. She always tells me to study law like her.
Auntie Sally did her first degree in law at University of Malaya. She then continued her master's at London School of Law. Finally, she did her PhD at Yale University.
Wow, Yale. That's a famous university. Your auntie must be so clever. What is she doing now?
She is a lawyer. She has her own firm in Washington. She often comes back to Malaysia for work. While she's in Malaysia, she also visits her family. I really admire her achievements and success in her career.
No wonder you respect her so much. I would really love to meet her to learn the secrets of her success. Why did you choose University of Malaya?
Good question, my friend. University of Malaya is one of the top universities for law. Many famous lawyers graduated from University of Malaya. This is the reason why I chose University of Malaya. Another attraction is the lecture halls. They have the latest technology. On their website, I found that the university has student exchange programs. I hope to spend one semester away in a foreign university.
You sound like you can't wait to start. So, when do you register?
Next Monday.
Will your parents be sending you there?
Yes, my parents will be sending me there. My younger brother will help me carry all my stuff to my hostel. Oh, I almost forgot. Zoe, congratulations for passing your A-levels with excellent results. When are you flying to Australia, Dr. Zoe?
Amy, please don't call me doctor. I haven't even started my studies yet. I will leave at the end of this month. I am not so lucky like you because my parents will not come with me. The plane tickets are too expensive. I will travel with a group of other students. One officer from the Perdana Scholarship Program will accompany us. By the way, where is your hostel? Is it near the university?
I think so. All first-year students will stay at hostels in the university. It's so easy for me. It takes only 5 minutes to walk from the hostel to the lecture halls. A big student center is opposite the lecture halls. At the student center, there are food courts and mini markets. The student center is between the library and a huge common study area. I just can't wait to start classes. I'm so excited.
Oh, look, here comes your mom.
I have to go now, Zoe. We'll meet up again soon.
Sure, I'll call you. Bye. Take care.
Okay.
Now you will listen to the recording again.
Hi, Amy. What a surprise to see you here.
Oh, hi, Zoe. I'm shopping to enter university next week. I'm waiting for my mom. She's at the food section now.
Congratulations, Amy. I heard that you received an offer to study at University of Malaya. Is that right?
Yes, I'll be studying law there.
Tell me, why did you choose law?
You know, ever since my school days, I have always liked English. I love reading books, especially books about law. I enjoy reading how the lawyers argue their cases in court. Also, I never miss any TV shows about the law, such as Law and Order and Suits.
Now I understand why you don't like maths and science.
Oh, yes, you know me well. I'm not like you. I really don't like numbers.
So you want to be a lawyer because of the books you have read?
Not really. You know my Auntie Sally, the one I always talk about? She is my hero. She always tells me to study law like her. Auntie Sally did her first degree in law at University of Malaya. She then continued her master's at London School of Law. Finally, she did her PhD at Yale University.
Wow, Yale. That's a famous university. Your auntie must be so clever. What is she doing now?
She is a lawyer. She has her own firm in Washington. She often comes back to Malaysia for work. While she's in Malaysia, she also visits her family. I really admire her achievements and success in her career.
No wonder you respect her so much. I would really love to meet her to learn the secrets of her success. Why did you choose University of Malaya?
Good question, my friend. University of Malaya is one of the top universities for law. Many famous lawyers graduated from University of Malaya. This is the reason why I chose University of Malaya. Another attraction is the lecture halls. They have the latest technology. On their website, I found that the university has student exchange programs. I hope to spend one semester away in a foreign university.
You sound like you can't wait to start. So, when do you register?
Next Monday.
Will your parents be sending you there?
Yes, my parents will be sending me there. My younger brother will help me carry all my stuff to my hostel. Oh, I almost forgot. Zoe, congratulations for passing your A-levels with excellent results. When are you flying to Australia, Dr. Zoe?
Amy, please don't call me doctor. I haven't even started my studies yet. I will leave at the end of this month. I am not so lucky like you because my parents will not come with me. The plane tickets are too expensive. I will travel with a group of other students. One officer from the PERCUMA scholarship program will accompany us. By the way, where is your hostel? Is it near the university?
I think so. All first-year students will stay at hostels in the university. It's so easy for me. It takes only 5 minutes to walk from the hostel to the lecture halls. A big student center is opposite the lecture halls. At the student center, there are food courts and mini markets. The student center is between the library and a huge common study area. I just can't wait to start classes. I'm so excited.
Oh, look, here comes your mom.
I have to go now, Zoe. We'll meet up again soon.
Sure, I'll call you. Bye. Take care.
Okay. Zul is a happy-go-lucky person, huh? All right. Okay. Before checking your answers, I just want to ask a question. Did you hear all the options when you listen to the audio for the questions? Yes or no? Yes or no? Before checking your answer, I just want you to know that. Did you hear all the options for each question? Kani, Lee Simon, Izato. Yes. So that's the thing. You will, you will listen to all the options given. So you have to choose the right answer. Okay, that is why you have to follow the tips and tricks that I have said before. And also, at number 7, it's a very easy question. Okay, let's check their answers. Okay. Teacher Chia, you can choose the winner for this part 1. Can?
Okay. Okay, I write down the answer first. I have Lee Simon.
I think Izatul gave the answer first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is that all?
Do you want me to take the answers first?
Yeah, you take the answer. So I will
Okay,
write down
all right.
the
All right. Number 1 is C.
C.
Number 2 is B.
E.
Number 3, most of you, I think, nobody is A. You got to
Number
listen
three.
carefully. Yeah, I heard this, but yeah, it confusing actually.
Number 3
Number
A.
4, yeah, A. 4 C,
4
5
C.
B, 5
D.
B,
6.
6 A,
Yes.
7
7.
is B.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The question 3 is quite confusing. Initially,
Yes.
she studied in University of Malaya. Then she
Yes.
pursued her master in London, in University of Law. PhD was her last university, right?
Okay.
Yale University.
Yes,
But
and the keyword here is the highest level of education.
so the highest level similar to PhD. That is
Yes.
the trick. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
all right, I will jot down later. We will announce the.
Okay, I think Izatu got all correct. I think so. Izatu.
C,
Number
D.
3, she corrected in the bottom there.
She said number 3 is
Oh.
A.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
correction.
Number 4,
Maybe after
C.
listening to the second play,
Second time.
right?
So I
Okay,
think
that is why.
Izatu is fine.
Okay, in that case,
And
C.
C, the answer is, and number 3, the answer is A. She corrected
Yeah.
below. So
Okay.
C, B.
this is
All
without
right.
correction. Okay.
Okay, so for
Okay,
part
Lee Simon
one,
with one mistakes, right, for question 3.
3
3,
already.
Yeah, the rest
Yeah.
correct. Pranif,
Right,
Running
all
all
B.
B except one. All B except
Okay.
number 4C.
So Izato, Izato Adawia is the winner for
Yeah.
this round.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
congrats. You can get back to
Congratulations,
me.
Izatu.
Yeah, congrats.
Alright.
You can get back to me after the lesson. All right, so let's
Okay.
move on to part 2.
She
Okay.
justified why. I knew the answer is A because the Yale University is the last university. Is B.
Yes, very good.
Alright.
Okay.
So before you move on to the second part 2, so can I give you the digit, another code? It is
And
1.
And then
Break.
advertisement. Follow for
Yes, 1.
advertisement.
Yes, 1. Yeah, the second code is 1. I repeat, 1. Now we shall listen to the advertisement.
Okay.
Okay.
Berita baik untuk semua.
Berita baik
Kini
untuk semua.
Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata gancaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menyebut hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus gancaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Okay, welcome back. Now I pass the floor to Madam Vina. We are going to be in the part 2.
All right.
Yeah?
Thank you, Teacher Chia.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
so for part 2, okay, once again, they will give you 30 scan, right? So you can underline the keywords as I said. So the speaker congratulated the student for attending the talk, finishing their food. You will hear all the options later. Okay, you see number 9. Okay, how much food? How much? So there are numbers here. So listen carefully. Okay. 3,000, 16,000, 38,000. So you have to listen to the numbers carefully. Okay, greatest amount. The keyword here is greatest. Okay, all right, and increase. Okay, in the food waste results, and also you underline or tick the word that you wish to hear carefully when you listen to the audio. Okay. Okay, number 2, a simple way. Okay, so there are 3 options as well, and which is the simple way. And how can the government and NGOs ensure? So government, NGOs. So you have to underline whatever that you feel that you want to listen carefully. You feel that they will say in the recording. You have to listen. You have to underline or highlight. Okay, all right. So let's listen to the audio.
Part 2. Listen to a talk by Zaini Ahmad, a non-governmental organization NGO representative caring about food wastage. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 8 to 14. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
A very good morning, students. I hope everybody had a good breakfast today. Did you finish all your food? If you did, that's great. Congratulations. It shows you appreciate food and you don't waste. I'm so proud of you. I'm Zaini Ahmad from an NGO called Food for All. I'm sure you can guess the topic of my talk today. Yes, wasting of food. Do you know that every day restaurants around the world throw away plenty of food? At the same time, many people are dying from hunger. It's sad, isn't it? We Malaysians produce about 38,000 tons of waste every day. And out of this, 16,000 tons is food waste. 3,000 tons of the food waste that goes to the rubbish dump can actually be eaten. And this could have fed around 2 million people. We are lucky to have a lot of food and we see food everywhere here in Malaysia. We see people eating and enjoying meals at street stalls, food courts, restaurants and hotels every day. And food waste can increase by up to 50% during festivals. Why does this happen? This is because Malaysians don't feel guilty about wasting food. It never occurs to them that other people may be starving. How is food wasted in our country? The number one source of food waste is from our home. The second source is the night markets and Ramadan stalls. The third source is waste from the food courts. And lastly, the hotels. Wasted food is still ending up in our rubbish dumps and space is running out. So we have to find more space to dump this food waste. When the amount of waste increases, the cost of managing waste will also increase. What should we do to reduce food waste? Since the number one source of food waste comes from our homes, hence the first step starts at home. Simple steps can be taken to save leftover food. For instance, if there is extra curry sauce from chicken curry, it can be frozen. This can be reheated with fresh vegetables added in. In this way, you reduce food waste. Unfinished meat dishes can be made into sandwiches the next day. Sometimes, cooking extra to be used for the next 2 days is also a way of reducing food waste. On the other hand, cooking just enough for a meal is another way. So, what can the government and NGOs do? They can organize programs to make the public aware of the importance of zero food wastage. To make it successful, this should involve all levels of society. One activity that eating places can do to help is to advise their customers not to waste their food. Take Japan, for example. It has successfully educated its citizens to take only what they can eat at a buffet, although they are free to eat as much as they like. They practice the Motanai philosophy, which teaches them that it is bad to waste anything. A restaurant in Malaysia charges 10 ringgit per customer if they leave food not eaten on their plates. France introduced a law that requires large supermarkets to donate all fresh food not sold for the day to charity. Students, I believe that you can play an important role in helping to reduce waste of food. If you want the world to change, you have to change first. In this way, others who look at you will follow your footsteps. For example, finishing up your food at breakfast today was a good start. I hope you continue to do this and get your family members and friends to do the same.
Now you will listen to the recording again.
A very good morning, students. I hope everybody had a good breakfast today. Did you finish all your food? If you did, that's great. Congratulations. It shows you appreciate food and you don't waste. I'm so proud of you. I'm Zaini Ahmad from an NGO called Food for All. I'm sure you can guess the topic of my talk today. Yes, wasting of food. Do you know that every day restaurants around the world throw away plenty of food? At the same time, many people are dying from hunger. It's sad, isn't it? We Malaysians produce about 38,000 tons of waste every day. And out of this, 16,000 tons is food waste. 3,000 tons of the food waste that goes to the rubbish dump can actually be eaten. And this could have fed around 2 million people. We are lucky to have a lot of food, and we see food everywhere here in Malaysia. We see people eating and enjoying meals at street stalls, food courts, restaurants and hotels every day. And the food waste can increase by up to 50% during festivals. Why does this happen? This is because Malaysians don't feel guilty about wasting food. It never occurs to them that other people may be starving. How is food wasted in our country? The number one source of food waste is from our home. The second source is the night markets and Ramadan stalls. The third source is waste from the food courts, and lastly, the hotels. Wasted food is still ending up in our rubbish dumps, and space is running out. So, we have to find more space to dump this food waste. When the amount of waste increases, the cost of managing waste will also increase. What should we do to reduce food waste? Since the number one source of food waste comes from our homes, hence the first step starts at home. Simple steps can be taken to save leftover food. For instance, if there is extra curry sauce from chicken curry, it can be frozen. This can be reheated with fresh vegetables added in. In this way, you reduce food waste. Unfinished meat dishes can be made into sandwiches the next day. Sometimes, cooking extra to be used for the next 2 days is also a way of reducing food waste. On the other hand, cooking just enough for a meal is another way. So, what can the government and NGOs do? They can organize programs to make the public aware of the importance of zero food wastage. To make it successful, this should involve all levels of society. One activity that eating places can do to help is to advise their customers not to waste their food. Take Japan, for example. It has successfully educated its citizens to take only what they can eat at a buffet, although they are free to eat as much as they like. They practice the Motanai philosophy, which teaches them that it is bad to waste anything. A restaurant in Malaysia charges 10 ringgit per customer if they leave food not eaten on their plates. France introduced a law that requires large supermarkets to donate all fresh food not sold for the day to charity. Students, I believe that you can play an important role in helping to reduce waste of food. If you want the world to change, you have to change first. In this way, others who look at you will follow your footsteps. For example, finishing up your food at breakfast today was a good start. I hope you continue to do this and get your family members and friends to do the same.
That is the end of part 2. Now,
Okay, all right. So it is already 5:43. So, okay, I just give you the answer. So teacher Shah will choose the winner. Okay,
Okay.
8 is B, 9 is B, 10 is B, 11 is also B, 12 is C, 13 is C, and the last question 14 is A. All right. So who is the winner?
I don't think we have a winner because there are two students trying. Hold on. There's another one. Honey, yeah, give me a minute. Honey, B, C, B, B, A, C, B. So, Lee, Simon, and Jiaying, for the question number 12. Sorry, for the question number 12, you give the wrong answer.
Okay.
Okay,
Simple way,
even
I think
Honey,
they talk about C. He
yeah,
mentioned. Yeah.
that's
Only
right.
thing is
Even
like you dear students, like greatest amount, they didn't use this word the greatest, they used number one food waste comes from. Number one, the meaning is the greatest amount of food. So that is why just now I told you, right? You should know, you should identify, you should know the synonyms, huh? Right? So the greatest, the exchange to the number one, food waste comes from. Okay, and also for question 13, how can the government and NGOs ensure they mentioned that they conduct many activities, but after that he said that one of that is to success of zero food is they must involve everyone in the society. But when we listen to the audio, we feel that the answer is B, but it's not B, it's C. You have to listen once again because the keyword here is success. Okay. All right. Okay, Teacher Chia, you may continue. Just
Okay.
now.
Even question 14 also.
Yeah.
Honey got it wrong. It should be A. Sorry,
Okay.
it should be.
Lee Simon
It should be.
607.
Yeah. Lee Simon, Jiayin, even Honey also. So you don't have all correct from these few students.
Oh, so meaning
So
these three of them, they got 6/7.
yeah, even Pranif also.
Oh, okay. No, all
So
correct.
you have four students, but no winner lah to get it all correct.
Okay. Among these four, who sent
Mhm.
first the answer?
Lee Simon.
Lee Simon, yeah.
All right. So I choose Lee Simon.
Yeah.
Okay, for part
Okay.
2. Okay, he sent first, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
Lee
he sent.
Simon first.
All right, congratulations. So the rest you can try for part 3. I think I can just play once. Is that okay, Madam Aisha and Teacher Chia?
Yeah.
Because
Can.
running out of time, right?
Yes,
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allow me to read the third digit. Yeah. Third digit is 6. 6. I repeat, 6. Okay. All right. Now is part 3. Part
All
3 here. Part 3.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, part 3. Okay, part 3,
Okay.
multiple matching. This is
Mhm.
multiple matching. I told you, right? There are 2
Very
types.
easy, this one.
Yes, very easy. And here
Mhm.
you can see, I ask you to look at the items. What is the item, right? So main dissatisfactions. So just now I gave some example factors, benefits. Okay, the main dissatisfaction. So you have to look at this, very easy. Okay, let's listen only once because running out of time. So I only play once. Okay.
Part 3. Listen to three people, Jerry, Shazwani, and Ayman, talking about their dissatisfactions of staying in a hotel. For questions 15 to 17, choose from the list A to E, the main dissatisfaction according to each speaker. Use the letters only once. There are 2 extra options, which you do not need to use. You now have 15 seconds to look at the questions.
E is unsuitable operating hours.
Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet. Speaker 1, Jerry.
The only positive thing about this hotel is its location, which is near the food outlets, historical sites, and shopping malls. The staff was unfriendly and they took forever to check us in. The hotel has 3 floors but no lifts. It was inconvenient to carry our heavy luggage to our room on the 2nd floor. None of the staff at the reception counter offered to help us. When we entered our room, it wasn't soundproof. Noises from next door and down on the streets could be heard from my room. When we called the reception to complain, it took ages for them to answer the phone. To make matters worse, the staff was grumpy and rudely told us that there was nothing they could do about it. They ignored all our complaints and no apology was offered.
Speaker 2, Shazwani. I was thrilled when given a room with a balcony overlooking the river. However, my excitement was short-lived when I discovered that the balcony door had a faulty lock. I was worried about my safety and immediately reported the problem. They transferred me to another room without any fuss. The new room had a small bathroom. There was no shower curtain and nothing to separate the shower from the toilet. As a result, after each shower, the floor was flooded and it took some time for the water to flow out. On top of that, the toilet did not work. I'll spare you the details. The towels provided were dirty and smelly. Speaker 3. Ayman.
I was pleased that my room came with breakfast. At 180 ringgit per night, I thought that was a bargain. When I checked in, I was informed that breakfast would be served at 6:30 a.m. But I had to wait for half an hour before the cafe was ready to serve guests. On my first day, I expected a good spread for breakfast. But to my disappointment, all they served were plain fried rice, plain fried noodles, cereals, milk, toast and jam, coffee and tea. Come on, nothing at all to eat from my plate. I asked for eggs, omelette or sunny side up to eat with my toast. But there were none. There wasn't even fruit juice. The menu on the second day was no better. I left the cafe angry and hungry.
Okay.
Okay, so any answers?
Check. Anyone?
Yeah. Pranip.
Okay, the answer is number 15 is A, 16 D, and 17 is B. So,
No.
Okay, Pranif.
Pranif,
No.
huh?
Pranif. A,
No, no.
D.
B.
B.
Correct.
Eh?
All correct.
A, D, and B, right? Pranif.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Pranif. Pranif.
Okay, very
A, D,
easy, right?
B. Yeah.
Okay, it is really pretty clear to choose the answer. Okay, so Pranib, please get back to me after the lesson. Congratulations. Okay, let's move on to part 4. Okay, part 4. Okay, as usual, try to underline the keywords while listening. Okay, what Sharon, what is Sharon planning to do? And you can see the sentences. Before this, we could see all the many phrases. Okay, now long sentences, so you have to underline as well. Okay, all right. So let's listen to the audio.
Part 4. Listen to part of a conversation between Sharon, a student, and Ronnie, a skydiving instructor. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 18 to 24. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet. Hello, Mr. Ronnie. I'm Sharon.
Oh, Sharon, just call me Ronnie. Mr. makes me feel old. You told me on the phone that your club members would like to try skydiving. How many of you are interested?
I'm not sure yet. Actually, I want to propose this activity to my career club advisor. It's to make skydiving a special program for the members. So far, we've been organizing the usual activities like visiting places and listening to talks. I think the members are not motivated by these activities as they find these rather boring. These activities lack action. I thought for a change, they need to do something more exciting, to boost their confidence. Many of them lack self-esteem. It's their main problem, really.
Good thinking, Sharon. So, what do you want to know?
What package do you have for total beginners?
Static line jump, it's the most suitable and the safest skydiving activity for first-timers. In this static line jump, you will go up in an aeroplane to a height of 3,000 feet. You will be fitted with a parachute and a static line which is attached to the aeroplane. When it is safe to jump, you'll be told by your instructor to jump. Your static line parachute will open automatically as you leave the aeroplane. You will control the parachute and land safely in an open space.
What if my parachute doesn't open?
Don't worry, the parachute opens automatically. We've never had such a problem before. Moreover, we practice strict safety checks on our equipment thoroughly before every session. So, all the first timer needs is courage.
Oh, that's a relief. How do I land?
You will be guided by another instructor on the ground who will give you instructions on your walkie-talkie. The jump takes about 3 minutes, so there is plenty of time for you to enjoy the view. Once you are safely on the ground, you will receive feedback from your instructor.
I see. So after one static line jump, are we ready for skydiving?
Not yet, Sharon. You need to do 5 or 6 static line jumps, depending on how good you are. It all depends on whether the instructor lets you do it. Only when he thinks you are fine with the static line jumps will he let you try the free fall. For free falls, you will jump from 7,000 feet and above.
Oh, that's very high. Can you tell me more about the free fall jump?
Alright, once you graduate from the static line jump class with the instructor's approval, you'll join the free fall class. You'll have 2 hours of ground class before the free fall. The ground class is a must because you'll learn very important safety steps, which is our priority. The training will involve a mixture of theory and practical lessons. For example, you will learn fitting of parachute equipment and controlling and landing your parachute. In addition, you'll practice aircraft drills. And the most difficult skill you will learn is to jump off the plane in the correct body position.
Do I jump solo for the free fall?
For the first 3 jumps, the instructor will jump with you. For the 4th and 5th jump, he will not hold on to you, but will watch you.
Ooh, that is really exciting. I'm sure my club members will love it. Let's say I graduate. Will I get the chance to show off my skills?
Well, skydivers are in great demand nowadays. People are excited to see skydivers jumping out of aeroplanes, flying in the sky and landing at open spaces. Qualified members of skydiving clubs often volunteer to perform during National Day celebrations. Many companies are now willing to pay a handsome fee for professional skydivers to perform at their events as part of their marketing strategy. Who knows? You could be one of them.
That's very encouraging. Okay, Ronnie, thank you for your time.
Okay, so let's look at the answers. Okay, I think okay, 80. Any answers before that? Anyone?
They didn't write like one stretch all those questions.
Okay.
Simon,
All right, we have
perhaps
one.
you announce the. Yeah, perhaps you let me know the answer. Number 18.
Okay. All right. Okay, 18 is C, 19 is C, 20 is B, 21 is A, 22 is A, 23 is also A, 24 is also A. Okay. Any winners?
No.
But there are some mistakes.
Okay,
few
no
So I
winners.
think.
Few
so I
mistakes.
think, yeah.
No winners for part 4.
Only
no
only
need.
one person.
Only one
One person answered.
Lee Simon
Yes.
only answering
Only
the
Lee
question.
Simon. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I think
So
three mistakes.
3 mistakes. Okay,
I
never mind.
think so.
You can try.
I think so.
Can try later. Okay, don't worry. Okay, the last part. Last part, but 3 dialogues.
I think.
Dialogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
I think reserve lah, because I haven't read the digit.
Oh, okay.
I haven't read the digit. Is almost 6 o'clock already.
Okay.
You want to have this?
Part 5.
Okay. Do you want to have the last part here?
Yeah, maybe they can try only one dialogue. There are
Two
3, right?
questions, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want
So give
to
them a
release
chance.
the code?
Yeah, I would like
Last
to.
digit.
Yeah, the last digit is 2. I
2.
repeat, 2. Yeah, 2.
2. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So for part 5 we have 3 dialogues. So it is already 6. So we just try only one dialogue here, which is
Yeah,
only
one
2
dialogue.
questions. We have 3 dialogues. Actually, we have 6 questions. So each dialogue we have 2 questions. So let's try only one.
Listen to a conversation between Hakim, a student, and Miss Anne, a counselor. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 25 and 26. You now have 15 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Miss Anne, my lecturer, expects everyone to read at least 10 books to complete her assignment, but she gave us only a few days to do it. I'm very worried as I don't have enough time to read everything. This is crazy. I really can't cope.
Do you read line by line or word by word?
Yes, I make sure I read slowly to highlight important points and make notes. But because of the short deadline, I can't finish reading all the books. I'm a nervous wreck. How do I read faster?
Oh, Hakim, you don't read word by word. There is a technique called scanning to help you read quickly. Focus only on the keywords like the nouns, verbs, and adjectives. They give you the general sense or the gist. You need not bother with the articles and prepositions. They may not carry meaning on their own. Once you get the gist, you should be able to identify the supporting details.
I see. But how do I read more efficiently?
Okay, look at this book, Obesity and Food. The writer carefully chooses the title. He used the word and to join the words obesity and food to show you that there is a connection between obesity and what we eat. Many students fail to read efficiently because they don't know that the grammatical words like and also have important meanings. They also don't know what to expect from the book they're going to read. And worse, they don't have a good command of the vocabulary, so they don't know the meaning of words.
That is also my problem.
Okay, done for dialogue 1. So any answers out there?
Yeah, there are 3 students gave answer C for both questions. Right?
Okay, yeah, the answer, 3 students, all both answers are C, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And the first person I could see Lee Simon,
Lee
but
Simon.
Lee Simon, yeah, already chose him for part 2, isn't it?
Yeah. So we have
Okay, so
Chia Yao.
Eng Chia Yao. Okay,
Chia
Eng Chia
Yao.
Yao, please get back to me. And also Hani Zalia. But Hani Zalia, no. Okay, so the winner is Eng. Eng Chia
Yes.
Yao. Okay, never mind. Hani can try. I think Hani is my student. So anytime I can give her the gift.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
is the winner for the last part. Okay, thank you so much. And it's quite easy as well, although it is part 5. Okay, all right. So we have 2 more dialogue. It's okay. So I just wish to conclude here. So we have finished. Just check the checklist. We learned about the parts of the listening questions, type of the questions in listening, tips and tricks for the types of the questions. We did listening practices and also we discussed together. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So we did everything. So Okay, so it is already 6:04. So thank you so much for all the students who are being with us today for this
Yeah.
lesson. And also thank you, AYU Academic YouTuber, for giving me this chance. And also thank you very much to Teacher Chia and also Madam
Welcome.
Aisha for being with me. Okay, that's all.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all. Bye-bye. Oh, the certificate link is there.
Yeah, the certificate link is there. Please fill in the link. I mean,
Right.
the Google form. Mm-hmm.
So for those winners, please contact Madam Vina. Yeah.
Yeah, the ID, tally ID is here, so you can contact me.
All right. Izato, Lee Simon, Pranif, Eng Chia Yao, and Hani. Zalina.
Wow, banyaknya
Alright.
hadiah menarik menanti anda. Banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda.
Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru memberikan hadiah-hadiah secara percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma.
Dan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik. Takkan nak lepaskan peluang.
Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Academy YouTuber.